Welcome to the Linguistic Cuban here live from America, land of the free, home of the brave, not Fidel Castro or the rest of his little punk communist people. Um, is that what the show's about?
Fuck yeah! America. Yes, it's actually exactly what the show's about.
I'm gonna let you do most of the talking because I always make an asshole out of myself whenever we
Well,
talk
because
politics.
mostly because you can't say linguistic, but the other part of the name is Cuban. So why it's called Cuban? Because yes, my parents do come from Cuba.
That's
Right
cool.
now, Cuba is under distress and all this kind of shit, and
Define
a
distressed.
bunch of shit happening. But here's my problem. I guess I'm gonna skip the intro. Fuck that. I'm gonna go straight to what I posted yesterday. Now, I have opinions and I tend to say whatever the fuck I want. So I go ahead and I post it. And all of a sudden I got half the world like fucking angry at me saying, oh, you shouldn't be so tough on Cuba. They're trying to, liberate themselves. They're trying to do this. I have family there. I have this. I have this. Okay, great. Fantastic. You have family. Good. I wasn't talking about your family. I wasn't talking about anything. I'm talking about my own opinions. Don't bring your shit on my shit. I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want, just like you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want. Like, that's exactly how it is. So just leave me the fuck alone. The people that do know who I am, they laughed at my comment, they go ahead and they too have family over there and stuff like that, but they know who I am.
Right.
So they know exactly I was not talking about their family. They know I was talking mostly about the government and how they mistreat all the citizens that are over there. My parents over there had to flee, in order to come to this country. And they've been here for 40 years.
All right. So,
okay? I was born here in the U.S.
So wait, I got a question then. Are you for the protests or against it?
I don't give a shit. like that's my point. Like, I really don't give a shit.
You don't care about the Cubans?
No, I don't care about the Cubans. I am a Cuban just by, birth, I guess, because of my parents, but it was the country who made them flee away. They have nothing good to say about that country. Every time I bring it up to them, they said, they're glad of what they did. They had to do it. My mom was 19 years old. She fled, in order to come to this country where they are free, where they build, their wealth out of nothing. And they respect this country. They became citizens and they want to be here.
Right.
America. Fuck yeah.
But,
right. So why would I care about a country that mistreated my parents? I'm talking about mistreated.
Right. No, I'm with you on that one because I've done a lot. Well, I used to do a political talk show, and I'm a very conservative person. But there is some serious stuff that's going on over there that and I'm not saying that like we have to care about it because I do take your approach. I take your approach. If it's in another country, I don't give a damn. I just never have. I care about my country. We got too many problems going on here where our freedoms are slipping away. But you got to at some point look at them and go, dude, they're trying. Like, they're trying to be free now. They've had enough of this regime. They've had enough. And I mean, it kind of blows my mind because, and I don't know, like you said, you have people that are over there, or you knew people or know people that are over there.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly, how bad it is, right? You don't know. I don't know. You probably do. You probably heard stories. You I'm sure you've heard stories, especially when your mom and them fled over there. So I can't speak intelligently on, oh yeah, it's horrible over there. It's horrible. I only get to see what the Cuba media wants you to see, or what slips out, or what leaks out, or whatever.
Right.
But for them, dude, the citizens are starting, and Cuba's a it's militarized. It's a militarized country. There is no, there is no posse comitatus. There is no any of that. It's legitimately, these people are fearing for their lives, I'm pretty sure, while they're protesting. The same crap that was going down in Hong Kong. And here's the issue with that. The last time there was protests like this going on in Hong Kong about freedom and separation and all this other stuff, we got hit with COVID. So I sure as hell hope we don't have some new pandemic that's happening because these people are deciding to uprise.
These people. What do you mean about these people?
I mean, non-American Cubans.
They're not. Uh, no, again, like you said, I mean, it's great that they're revolting and stuff like that. What
Yeah.
took them so long? I mean, if you think about it, the person that made it a military government was, Castro. Castro went ahead in 1953. Matter of fact, in July 1953, revolted against Batista, who Batista was the president beforehand, and he fought him for about 6 years.
It was a long time. It was a lot of guerrilla military movement, and I mean that was a coup. That was a straight coup, and it looks like we're having a coup again over there. So exactly what you're talking about. You're right. They fought since 1953, dude. That's a long time to be oppressed. Like, honestly, I mean, like, in America, we don't have. I'm only going to say this once. In America, we don't have the problem of being completely oppressed. Now, there are freedoms that have been taken away, yes. But I personally have no idea what it's like to live in a communistic, oppressive state. I don't even know what it's like to live in a socialistic state, let alone that extreme. So I can't imagine. I'm a capitalistic freak, man. I want more money, and I don't give a shit how I get it. But all right, so this has to stay a current part of the show, and that should count as. All right, what are you drinking over there?
Well, I wanted to make fun of Cuba Libre, so it was like rum and Coke, but I have rum and Sprite instead.
Sprite, rum and Sprite. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's the opposite, but for all intensive purposes, I think that if I were to like if as a journalist, right? I'm not, but if I was a journalist, you know how hard it would be to actually go into Cuba and get the real story. You don't really know what's going on over there yet. You just know, right? So what if this is who knows what this is actually fully about? But the problem I have with it is that what are we going to help them? Are we going to what country is going to help them?
Well, I'll tell
somebody
you what,
needs to.
There is a certain president right now that is all for what's going on right now and saying, "Hey, look, yeah, Cuba, rise up, do what you want." But I mean, honestly, I think it's just a ploy because Cubans here in America right now are all for Trump, like 100%. Okay, so what is Biden doing right now? He's saying, "Hey, look, I'm agreeing with you," but he's agreeing from afar. Saying,
I could see
do
that.
what you want, but I'm over here. But the Cubans in here are seeing me do this, so let me get reelected the next 4 years when I go for my reelection, if he makes it, and goes ahead and gets now the Cuban vote along with that. But honestly, I don't think he cares either. None of the presidents cared.
Yeah, no,
the last Democratic president went ahead and broke that bridge that Cuba can't come over.
Well, yeah, it was JFK.
And just, come over and say, "Hey, look, I want to live here," and that's it.
Well, right. But I guess my question is that I've never lived in an oppressive state. So if Biden is, and I'll admit I still don't think he knows where he is. I don't think he knows he's the president. But
I think he still thinks he's in Cuba.
That's what I'm saying. Wow. I'm pretty sure he does believe he's in Cuba. But if he's honestly standing behind the protesters, which is what I want my president to do, if he's standing behind the protesters, then I will say this publicly. I agree with him. I agree with President Biden.
Oh shit! Did you just say that? Repeat that one more time. I gotta hear it.
I agree. If he is standing behind the protesters, and if this is real, and we're going to offer some kind of aid, then yes, I absolutely agree with Biden because these people have been oppressed enough. I don't think anybody should have oppression. Nobody. I don't care if you're Middle Eastern. I don't care if you're living anywhere. Nobody should have to be oppressed. You're naturally free. You're a human being. You're not a machine. You're not a slave. You're not any of that. Doesn't matter what race, color, creed, religion you are. So if they're actually trying to get up and doing and do something, then I think they need the help of the countries that aren't oppressive countries and stand up for certain freedoms. Like they're crying out for help, man. What happened when we didn't help Hong Kong and stuff like that? And Cuba's not that big.
We're not going to get involved in that kind of stuff. I mean, the last time we got involved over there,
missile crisis,
bad shit
Russia.
happened. Actually, it was, matter of fact, it was part of the time that Castro went ahead and became the new leader.
Right, we couldn't get him. We couldn't. Do you know
No.
how many assassination attempts we tried on Castro?
600.
Yes. Yeah. And you can't.
600.
Are
No,
you?
I know. I read it.
That's crazy.
600.
Are you telling me that the United States CIA could not cap somebody? They tried 600 times. Dude, like, you fail. That whole organization needs to be dismantled. If they can't, 600 tries and you can't kill somebody on an island the size of a peanut? That doesn't make any sense.
No. I mean, it's crazy. My brother just wrote, trannies are oppressed.
They are. They are oppressed. They think they're. They think they're. Never mind. I know what he's doing.
We're not doing that episode again.
No, we can't.
Anyways, back to what we're doing. So you just put the picture there for the weekly roast. We're actually going to do Fidel Castro. I figured I was going to do Bill Cosby. This whole week I was planning on Bill Cosby. I wanted people to hear about him roofing people and, my drink that I'm drinking right now. But since this is all blowing up, and I did make a comment yesterday that everybody went ahead and just tried to tear my head apart on this. But again, my comment shouldn't affect you. Just like Keith, that other comments that you were making doesn't affect me at all. A couple episodes ago. Like, why do I still love you? I still booked a flight to go see you next month. It doesn't affect me what you say and stuff like that, because those are your views. I'm not going to change your views. I'll hear you out. I'll talk about it, but your views are your views for a reason. And that's it. Just like my comment was my comment. If you want to say whatever you want, I'm going to laugh at it because I don't care. I don't care enough that you're commenting saying, oh, you don't know shit. You're this, you're dumb, you're stupid, whatever. That's fine. That's your reality against mine. I don't care. I'm not going to push against you. So don't do it against me.
Sure.
Make sense?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
All right. So Fidel, my uncle.
Fidel's your uncle?
So not really, but might as well call him that.
Uncle Fidel. Uncle Castro.
Well, we used to call him Uncle Fifi, but
Uncle
whatever.
Fifi. I bet his cigar smoking communist punk ass loved that.
Do you know he was one of 13 siblings?
He was one of what?
One of 13 siblings. Now, Cubans have nothing else to do in that suppressed country that all they do is fuck all the time. So yes, most of the times, like my grandmother had just about 8 to 10 siblings. My other grandmother had the same amount.
I'm not sure.
That's why every so often, like every other year, I get introduced to a new family member and they say, "Hey, I'm your cousin." I'm like, how? How is that possible? And that's because we have such a long line of people, because that's all they do is just fuck and have kids over there.
Can we stop talking about your grandma and fucking in the same sentence?
Yeah, I mean, she's dead, so who cares? Yes, I will be canceled this episode. This is my plan. Who cares?
So this is the last episode we're doing.
Actually, I do gotta apologize to my dad because that's his mom, but whatever. Actually, the drink is not that bad. Actually, I didn't do rum either because I didn't care enough. I did whiskey. Castro.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this motherfucker right here.
I like him.
Who's single-handedly basically took out the president back in 1959.
He's the brown version of Rambo.
Yeah. He goes ahead and takes them out and then rules for 60 fucking years.
With an iron fist and a cigar in the other hand.
60 fucking years.
Bougie motherfucker.
He's a hero. Not all heroes.
He's a damn true American.
Where's the song?
He's a fucking American.
So yes, no, he honestly took over the country, did everything, did pass away, I think. And, they might have made a clone and fucking, he's now living somewhere else. But now his brother took over, Raul, one of the other 13, and went ahead and started ruling, the nation, stuff like that. And after 3 years of him ruling the nation, look what happens. people start rising up and start trying to get smart to try to take the country back. But where were you for 60 fucking years?
Fucking.
You know? I'm sure
They
were.
had anything else
know,
to do.
They were there.
You can't
Why didn't
uprise
they
when you're
raise up
stuck in
before?
somebody.
Okay, they might have the green light now to go, and they're all for them.
Well, they peeled
the
each
people that
other
are
off.
Here. I want to talk about the people that are here in the U.S.
In America?
Yeah, in America. The ones that are texting me. The ones that are texting me saying, you shouldn't say stuff like that. They're trying to do stuff. We're all for it. Posting the So Scuba. Have you seen that? Hashtag So Scuba. It's a swimming joke because they're Cubans.
SOS Cuba?
No, it says So Scuba because it's water related. Because Cubans swim here 90 miles. That's what it is.
It's
yes, I know it's SOS Cuba. I just don't give a shit. But for that reason, I say, if you're going to do hashtag and do SOS Cuba, that's doing nothing whatsoever. Okay? Telling me that I'm fucking wrong does nothing whatsoever. Why don't you swim your happy ass over there with your family and try to do something? Stand up to the government, do something. You're not really doing anything over here. You're just, promoting that kind of stuff. And yeah, but from afar, just like everyone else here is doing it from afar. I just don't care enough to try to promote something. No.
Do you have any idea how easy do you have any idea how easy it would be to get like 700, 800 rednecks just basically say you're going to airdrop like Bush beer and free, 5.56 rounds over there.
Man. Beef jerky. No, not even beef jerky.
You don't need beef jerky.
You
just need, all you have to say is like, we're going to kill us some commies and we're going to get everybody. Peyton Hill's going to lead the row. Like, we're going to be all right.
Oh, yeah. I'll follow Peyton. If Peyton does it, I'll go with him.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Just to go.
I just hide behind him. But you realize that, like,
he would drop down as Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, he would do the whole accent and everything. It would be great.
He would. Like, I don't understand. Okay, so
get into the chopper. Let's go.
There it is. So can you do Fidel Castro impersonation?
No.
Yes, you can.
What? Because I look like him? Because we're related?
Do you have a beard again?
I fell in the dirt. It just stayed there.
You just didn't want me to talk about how you look like a wiener.
It's growing back, but as you can see, the same patch doesn't grow.
No, wait, let me see that again.
That's you like it?
I do.
One more time?
Look at how would you look like Fidel Castro? He's got a godlike flowing beard. Look at that thing. It's perfect.
Gorgeous.
Fidel Castro.
His brother looks like a baby's asshole with a damn mustache.
His brother looks like Kim Jong-un at 80 sucked on a warhead. Like, but Fidel Castro, that's a man's man. That
is a man's man.
Like, he doesn't care how many children and babies he slaps around. He would have had a Cuban cigar in his hand, or maybe not. Maybe he wanted. He wanted American.
Honestly, he always had a Cuban cigar and a fucking drink in his hand.
Every
he didn't
time.
Give a shit.
He looks like the welfare version of like a post office worker, doesn't he? Look at him. In that picture over there, he looks like he lost his uniform. He looks like a night security guard that got too much shit. like he missed his round and he's just pissed off, and he comes home every day and beats his country because he's pissed off. That's exactly what happened. Capitalism made him mad. It didn't work for him, so now he's fucking communist. He's just mad. Look at him. Look at that hat. Like where do they outsource their stuff? Like, do they have like stuff in Cuba that's like made in America?
No, it's made in China.
Well, it has to be. But look at that. Like, do you like the hat? I like the hat.
I do like the hat.
I think he looks good. But who's the old guy next to him that has a neck vagina?
What are you talking about?
You don't see the neck vagina next?
Oh, that's Raul.
That's Raul?
That's who's running the country right now.
Neck vagina man?
Neck vagina man.
Neck vagina man outlived the man? The lumberjack? Yeah. The Cuban lumberjack?
The Cuban lumberjack was 90 years old when he died.
Well, a fucking neck vagina guy has to be at least 150 then.
He does look older.
Yeah, dude, look at him. He looks like he should have been in a Paul Blart movie. Are you telling me that that's not his nighttime security guard? Dude, they stitched his uniform at an American resale store. Like that at
It
one
looks
point.
like he waddles like a penguin everywhere he goes.
Dude, those clothes at one point in time, I promise you, were from MASH. Like those are old things from MASH. Your brother said Raul stepped down already. He didn't step down. He slipped on his neck cunt.
Oh, he stepped on one of his testicles. If his neck is that long, his balls are longer.
That's right. Oh, God, yeah, dude. Absolutely. He roller skates on his taint. That's how they get around so fast.
Well, that's probably what's happening is the Castros are out.
That guy just looks... Oh, God. So how many more Castros are there?
Well, let's see. So with them two, then there's 11 more. I don't know how many are alive.
Oh, wow.
And then there's their kids, obviously.
Oh.
Actually, one of Castro's kids off himself.
Did he?
Through depression, yeah.
I wonder why he was depressed. Couldn't be because neck cunt wouldn't let him do anything.
Could be.
I don't know, but if we need to take an in-depth look at Fidel Castro because I have a feeling that he's just misunderstood, right? I just
I don't know about that.
I think he's just misunderstood. Because if you take a look at like what an American looks like if we put a little Hawaiian shirt on him right now, we Photoshop it, take the hat off and put like a bandana on there, he's just part of Hell's Angels. He's a fucking man. Like look at that. He's an American man. I think a lot of this
he does look like a fucking biker, old time biker.
No, he looks perfect. And Neck Cunt is the guy that he caught fucking his girlfriend. Look at him. How do you think Neck Cunt gets Viagra?
Oh, dude,
do they make that there?
No.
No?
They don't make anything there. Their houses look like they still look like 1950s.
They make Cuban cigars there.
Yeah.
No,
they have an underground sweatshop that they go ahead and then get all the underage kids that are not cutting in the sugarcane fields. They're making all the stuff.
Oh, yeah, dude, absolutely. But doesn't he look like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel that maybe he's just misunderstood. That maybe if we were able to at some point in time sit down with him and have a nice rum and Sprite, that he would have grabbed a White Claw and just sat there and no, he would have talked shop with us. Think about it. We would have talked like
a White Claw. He's not a white girl.
No, but I don't think he wants to get too drunk. What if he beats neck vagina too bad? We don't want that.
Win-win situation there.
Oh yeah, I mean look at that. But like their uniforms just look cheap in this picture. Like I feel like we need to enhance this and help them out.
Oh, well, I mean, on my screen, it looks pretty small. I can't really see. But it's, they're definitely out of date on everything. I mean, don't they know that military uniform is kind of camo?
No.
Or is that just the U.S.?
The hell are they camoing from?
They want to be seen.
They fucking fight each other. When's the last time you ever heard of like, oh my God, it's World War III and coming from the bottom, out of behind, out of nowhere is Cuba? Like they don't do that shit. Nobody's ever been afraid of Cuba except when JFK was sweating it because he was banging Marilyn Monroe and accidentally fucking thought that they were going to shoot nukes at him. That's the only time anybody's ever been afraid of Cuba. Cuba.
And that was the Bay of Pigs, or the Cuban crisis.
No, it was Bay of Pigs, which is the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Cuban Missile Crisis, yeah. See?
Right, the Bay of Pigs. But what I'm saying is, like, you've never heard, like, oh my God, the fucking Nazis are coming. They're going to take over the whole world. You've never heard of, oh my God, the Cubans are coming. They're going to take over the whole world. It's more like, hey, there's the
Cubans are coming.
Is that a raft? There's a Cuban. Like that. That's
it's not even a fucking raft. It's a car.
That's
that
what I'm
made
saying.
into a boat.
Like what troops are they going to send over there?
I mean, they've seen a pig on the fucking thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like the only reason they had missiles over there was because Russia gave it to them. Right now, they don't have anything. What are they going to do? Chuck kids at us?
Oh, they love Putin.
Oh yeah, they love Putin. I don't know if I don't. It was Gorbachev that was kind of a bitch, but.
Oh, so they love Gorbachev and farting.
They like any. Listen, Cubans, Fidel. I don't mean Cubans because now they're starting to revolt, but Fidel Castro liked anybody who would have probably pet his beard in a very soft, gentle manner while telling him it's okay that you're a communist, socialist,
who wouldn't?
poor country.
If I petted your beard, you'll love it.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be communist. That's what I'm saying. He's just misunderstood. The wrong person stroked his beard first and probably stroked neck cunt a little too hard and got him to be socialist. Think about it.
It's because neck cunt doesn't have a beard to stroke, so you had to stroke his brother. Wait, what?
Well, no, but if you look at neck cunt and his mustache, I guess that would count as like a landing strip. You know, that little patch right there? Just saying.
Still, it's more glorious than what I got.
No.
Just can't connect it.
No, you stop that.
It's also because I'm part Chinese. But oddly enough, I did look at the research. So Cubans are actually made up of 64% white people.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, that's the part that's protesting. White people naturally.
There's a lot of people over there.
Well, yeah, but are they redneck? Because look that's what I'm saying. I could see, except that guy looks super Asian, right? Like he looks like Kim Jong Un's butthole.
A lot of them are Asian,
huh?
But 26% are mixed, so either Asian, Hispanic, Latin, stuff like that, and almost 10% are black.
So what's true? So is there an actual like what is there is no like pure Cuban?
Pure Cuban? No.
So they're I'm 100% Cuban. That's not a thing.
I mean, you could say you're 100% Cuban, but you're always going to be mixed from something. Like my last name comes from Italy, so my parents say they're 100% Cuban? Not really, but no one can say they're 100% anything because you're along the line. You're going to be mixed with something.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? They talk about we all descended from someone who's called the Black Eve, which is in Africa. The woman that has her gene is in everybody's body.
Yeah.
You find her gene everywhere.
Yeah. Nobody says.
So I mean, are we really descendants from everywhere? Yes.
No, we're descendants from aliens.
You're 100% Italian?
Oh yeah, I can say it. I can say I'm 100% Chinese.
Say whatever the fuck you want.
Right. I identify as a Chinese person.
Oh, as a Chinese person?
Right. As Asian, straight up Oriental.
Is that why you have the small penis like I do?
Yes. But it has nothing to do with that. I mean, I'm a bad driver, so I mean, I want to identify.
Oh. Hey, get your inhaler. What's going on with the wheezing?
No.
So yes. I could identify as whatever I want. So technically, when I say my race, do I put Hispanic? Yes, because my parents do descend from Cuba.
Okay.
Am I American? Of course, I was born here and I'm still here. I never want to go to Cuba. Thank you, God, for always playing the song. And do I also say I'm part Chinese? Because yes, that was the heritage that was told to me by my mom. So on my maternal side, I do have the Chinese gene in my blood, should I say.
All right.
On my dad's side, yes, going back, I don't know how many fucking years, but we go back to Italy, okay? And that's where the name Montero comes from, which obviously means like mountaineer or hunter, depends on who you interprets it. So some of them say mountaineers, some of them say hunter. So my dad, says hunter. So we're good at hunting, and we were the hunters in Cuba. Like that's why we got the name.
You were hunters in Cuba?
Apparently, that's what the name came from.
What the fuck were you hunting? Freedom? What do you hunt over in Cuba?
Well, obviously not the government. They just let it take over. So it was nothing at all. They were hunting for their food because they had nothing else to do. So yeah, that's where my name comes from. I might have to change it.
You want to know we should hunt for right now?
What's that?
A break.
Oh shit! It is a break time.
It is break time. But when we come back,
and I'm kind of low.
Oh, you need to fill up. We need to come up. I want to do some more research into net cunt, and then we'll come back with with some things to say about that. We can even go in on. Can you imagine if Bill Cosby roofied net cunt for Fidel Castro? That's just a communist orgy of fuckery right there.
I mean, Castro's dead now, but Yes. It'd be like some Jello.
Who cares? Who cares? Look, Fidel's not dead. He's hiding.
Well, that's
He's
what I'm saying.
hiding.
He's hiding with Tupac. He's probably
Right.
there.
He's with
Biggie's
Tupac
there.
and Biggie and everybody and the three
who else?
aliens that you're
Michael
talking
Jackson's there. Who's going,
Oh, yes, Michael
That's
Jackson.
ignorant. Why would you say that? Come on, man. Don't do that.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to SOS Scuba, or SO Scuba.
Just
So
Scuba,
Scuba.
So Scuba.
So Scuba.
That's the way I'm gonna read it. Who gives a shit?
Boy, you
I know it's.
really don't give a damn about it at all.
I really don't. I read it as a joke. I say jokes and stuff like that. That's what I do. People get mad. That's fine. I'm okay with it.
Understandable.
That's why. Do I offend you? I literally offended everybody with this shit, and I didn't know how many people on my Facebook were actually Cuban until they finally start posting shit about it. I don't even think half of them are Cuban.
Well, no, they identify as Cubans. I know the people.
Well, they identify as fucking idiots at this point, but
so you don't.
I'm okay with it.
So you don't. Did you? So I'm still not like clear. Do you support the protest or not?
I don't care.
You don't care if these people don't get out of there?
I don't care.
Oh.
It's hard to say. Are they my people? No. like that's just the hard fucking truth. I don't identify as an actual Cuban. I never even touched foot in Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Like I know people have visited Cuba. They said they visited their friends, all this stuff. Great. But have you ever lived there? Have you ever suffered like they're suffering? No.
No. So wouldn't you want
here.
Right, but wouldn't you want them to not have to have suffering anymore?
I just don't care. They have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? It's like when it has nothing to do with me, I just don't care.
Okay, so let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a quick story real quick. They started taking away freedoms, right? They started taking they took away freedoms. They said you couldn't be, you couldn't be Jewish. Well, I wasn't a Jew, so I didn't care. It didn't bother me. Then they started taking away guns. I wasn't a gun owner, so I didn't care. It didn't bother me. Then they started coming for me, and there was no one left to defend me. Don't you think that might happen just because it doesn't affect you right now? It couldn't affect you later?
What's going to affect me?
Never mind. This is
what's going to affect me. No, seriously. What's going to affect me? Because
I don't know.
Staying exactly the same the way that they are, or becoming, whatever, non-communist, how is that going to affect me in any way, shape, or form right now? Matter of fact, if they open up more stuff and they become a non-communist country that they could easily get passports and stuff like that, don't you think we'll be flooded a lot more here in the U.S.?
Okay, but I'm not against immigrants coming over here. That's what everybody doesn't understand. Just because I'm a Trump supporter doesn't mean I don't like illegal fucking aliens. There's a difference. If you're coming over here for political asylum because you're oppressed, and as long as you don't come over here and try to make it a communist state like so many idiots do, but if you're coming over here to flee from an oppressive government that has whose owner has a neck cunt and everything else, yes, come over here and we will help you. I tried to do research on NetCunt, didn't have anything.
NetCunt, he apparently he resigned back in 2018, and now a guy by the name of Miguel is now president for the last 3 years.
Miguel Cabrera?
Miguel something, Coco Chanel. I don't know his fucking name. Last name Chanel.
Coco Chanel?
Last name is like Chanel.
Oh.
So it's hyphenated. Who cares? I call him Coco Chanel because I don't give a shit either. Oh my God. Someone commented on there, Brazil. Brazil went through a lot of shit that, through presidents being thrown in jail, presidents, corrupted, paying for stuff, a lot of stuff. Yeah. Every country is going to go through some shit. But again, I honestly just don't care. That is my truth. Okay, I'm not trying to change anyone else's truth. You want to go ahead and voice yourself. Voice yourself. I don't care. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right. I know.
Don't let me hold you back because I say I don't care. Like that's what I'm trying to get to people. I don't care. Do you? You're wasting time trying to argue with me about something that I'm never going to care about. That's it. Done. Do I offend you? Don't give a shit.
No, you don't offend me. Nothing offends me.
Not you. You know what I mean. The segment. Do I offend you?
Yes. We're going on to that segment now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I just don't give a shit. That's there.
Well, now that we don't give a shit, should we talk about Bill Cosby putting his pudding pop in places he shouldn't?
Okay, so we should deviate from this and start talking about Bill Cosby like I wanted to last week. But you know, since we didn't do an episode, we're doing it now. So Bill Cosby, what's up with him? What do you think? Should he have been freed? Should he not have been freed? Are you happier now? Does it affect you in any way, shape, or form? Do you give a shit? I honestly don't care, obviously.
Yeah, you don't care about that either?
I don't care about a lot of things. The fact that he's free, I mean, that's whatever. Again, he didn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. To your point, I get what you're trying to say. You know, you should care about some things because then other people will care about your things. But I'm good on my own. It's fine. I've been on my own for a while.
You have no empathy.
I do and don't at the same time. It depends. If it's within my inner circle, sure. If it's outside my inner circle, like another country inner circle, like I honestly don't care. And in this case, you know, Bill Cosby, he's outside of my inner circle by far.
Yes, he is outside of your inner circle, but
he will never roofie me.
How do you know?
I've tried.
To roofie Bill Cosby or roofie yourself?
No, for him to roofie me, I'm like, come on, man. I will lick your pudding pop.
Huh.
You didn't like it. I didn't have enough Jello for him.
I don't know what that means. Not enough cushion for the pushing, or
exactly. I don't have enough cushion for the pushing. The Jello, the butt that he wants. Or maybe I have a high tolerance on roofies.
I don't know.
Food for thought. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Him coming out.
I'm trying to find like a story where Bill Cosby like
what? Of what he did? Like a story?
Yeah, like
in
what
particular?
Right, like what actually happened. Like I want to know other things.
Well, besides what media tells you, I mean, he was roofing a bunch of women and roofing them so they won't remember having sex with them and then dropping them off.
Okay. But
that's got to be what the media tells you. What he actually did, we don't know.
But there's got to be more to it than that. There's got to be more like he just didn't. It was, I don't know.
Oh yeah. The media tells you what you want. That's why I get in trouble in a lot of things that I say. It's because I don't care what the media says because most of the time they're just lying to you.
Yes, that is true.
Just to keep you happy.
That is
or to keep you afraid. Because those are the two things that they want.
To keep you
they either want to keep you happy, saying, you know, what you want to hear, and they fucking give you the ear orgasm, or they say the complete opposite to keep you afraid, so that way you don't do something that you should be doing, but they're making you afraid of it on purpose.
Right. I don't know. I mean, should we not? But you don't care about that stuff.
No, but we could talk about it because, you know, I could talk about anything. Bill Linguistic. Yeah. I'll talk about anything. I don't give a shit because I always have my own views, my own opinions about things. I don't go with the mass media just because, you know, CNN or Fox said something. Or ABC Family, Nickelodeon. I don't care where they get their news from. You know, you either use your logic or you don't.
I mean, I'm with you on that one. I am. I don't think you need to listen to news outlets to get your news because it's all propaganda anymore. But that's my point. It's all propaganda. Do you remember when journalism used to be journalism, but people stopped caring because they don't watch politics. They don't listen to that. It doesn't concern them. And now you have no idea what's truth and what's not truth.
Well, you are correct. But, you know, let's go back to
Cuba.
Who's your favorite player of all time in sports?
My favorite player of all time in sports.
Just name somebody.
I can't just name anybody. This is a serious question, God damn it.
No, it's not. It's not that serious.
No?
You like LeBron James?
No, I don't like LeBron James. He's a fucking punk-ass bitch.
Okay, but everyone loves him.
Not everybody loves him.
The news is all that. He just replaced Michael Jordan in one of the best movies ever, which I'm not going to watch.
He did not replace Michael Jordan in that. It's a different thing. They didn't remake it.
I am with you on this because you think logically like I do. What I'm trying to say is the media tries to push this person is the golden boy when logically you can think about it yourself and know that he's a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit because he talks about how he's so oppressed, but gets his shoes are made in frickin' China under some sweatshops. Fidel Castro was there. Neck cunt was guiding him on what to say.
I'm sure it was Lil Nas X's, made with like children's blood. So come on.
Children's blood.
I mean, it was made with blood, so we don't know whose blood. But think about it.
Wasn't that Lil Nas X?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, so was it made with children's blood? I thought it was his blood.
I don't know if his blood. It was probably made with his jizz.
Ooh, satanic jizz. That's how Nancy Pelosi was made.
Oh, satanic.
Hillary Clinton took a big load of that in the mouth.
But that's my point. You make your opinions based off of what you want to believe and all your logic of what you see is true.
But sometimes facts are facts, right? Like sometimes you don't have an opinion. Like facts are facts. The Constitution protects my right to have guns. That's not an opinion.
Okay.
That's fact.
That's a fact.
Okay, but then other people are saying it doesn't. So is it them just being stupid and not reading the... Okay, so that's good. So it's just them being dumb. So we agree with that. I did not expect that to happen.
There's no other way to put it.
No, you're right. So, right, okay.
There's no other way to put it.
No, I agree. So facts are facts, and I think everybody has... I think everybody, especially you there's got to be things you give a damn about. You can't just not care.
I give a damn about drinking. Don't take my drinks away. Okay, I'm not going through, the 1920s prohibition.
What about the weed smokers? They're going through, they're going through a prohibition.
What, the weed smokers?
The weed smokers, the pot smokers.
I don't do that, so I've never done it.
So it doesn't bother you, but what happens when they decide weed should still be legal and then they start coming after the beer? Or whatever foo-foo boozy drink
they did that 100 years ago.
What if they do it again? History repeats itself.
And we'll have speakeasies again.
Right.
And that's perfectly fine.
And then you're going to go to jail because you can't stop drinking, and there's going to be an issue, and then I got to fly to Florida even though it doesn't bother me or affect me, and I got to bail you out. Then I got to explain to the police why you drink so much, and then I'm just trying to smoke a joint, but I can't because now I'm in jail with you. Now there's no one left to defend us because we're both in fucking jail.
This is not true.
Start giving a damn about stuff.
We always have Karen. She cares about us.
Who the hell's Karen?
Your mom.
Oh, my mom?
That was not an attack to you. That's just.
I thought you meant like Meg. Well, my mom is Megan Karen. My mom's not listening, is she?
No.
Oh,
hopefully
thank
not.
God.
There is a couple of people listening. That's sad.
Oh, thank God.
Hi, Mom. But no, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay. I get points. I will see your view. I'll listen to your views and stuff like that. And I respect people. But when you start attacking, when I start saying things, that's when I become more sarcastic. So yesterday, all day, I started being sarcastic on everybody's comment that was doing that because of that fact. Like, you attack me, let me go ahead and just make fun of your stuff.
And you did. You sure did.
And I did. I went on people's posts and they were saying, hashtag Cuba Libre. I started posting pictures of the fucking drink that's called Cuba Libre, which is a rum and coke, which I'm sure half of those people don't even know why it's called a Cuba Libre. And yes, I do. But who cares?
All right.
It's a drink.
It's a drink.
And I'm just making fun of people.
All right.
And
well,
I'm holding it like it is.
Are we doing another linguistic Akubin show Monday? Are you out of town or what's happening?
What, next week?
Yeah, I didn't know if you were going back to Cuba to fight in the Freedom Wars. I wanted to make
Oh,
sure.
definitely not.
I didn't think
Definitely
so,
not.
but I wanted to check.
First of all, I'll have to drive like 5 hours to get to the most southern point of Florida and then swim my happy ass over there 90 miles. No, I'm okay. That's the only way that they won't shoot my ass down.
Yes, that's correct. All right.
I did have thoughts about going there when I was younger. I did have thoughts about going there in a with AK-47 with all my friends and everything. And like you said, get a couple of fucking rednecks to come with me. I'll just pay them in fucking Coors Light, and then we'll just go.
Coors Light.
I actually thought about it.
Big spender.
But more that I think about it, I just don't care. I used to care about it because it was my parents' country. And a lot of people do that. I get it. It's your home country where your parents were. Doesn't mean that's your actual home country where you were born.
You're right.
I was born here.
You're right.
You were born here.
Yeah, you don't know that. I was born in
I do know that.
I was born in Uganda.
You were not born in Uganda. Okay?
I was Uganda. In fact, I was born in Uganda, moved to Wakanda, and
oh shit.
That's right. I identify as Marvel.
Oh shit. Well, you're close enough. You're in a TV show that's almost close to their new show that's coming out, Immortals. You're Unmortal.
I am Unmortal.
Oh, the other word.
No, it's Unmortal. You're right.
Unmortal. Okay.
Unmortal. That's right. Yep. That's right. All right, guys. We'll be back next Monday. We are going to take we will live record it. We're going to go over to Cuba. We're going to go over with, as Danny said, AK-47s and any redneck, any redneck. Doesn't matter what you are. We are ready to pay you in, I do believe it was Bush Light.
Oh, yeah. Bush Light, Coors Light, Dick Light. It don't matter. Even if they want a fucking Night Light or Cellulite, we'll get it.
What about Corona?
You see, if it's Corona Light, it's just not worth it. That's literally just piss water.
Are you telling me that Bush beer isn't piss water?
I'm sure it is. I don't drink that. I'm not white enough for that. One Dick Light, please.
No, now don't
Jay says he wants a Dick Light, he will go.
Don't you say wants to do what?
Jay, he says one Dick Light and then he will go.
That's it. Let's go. Bring Jay on board. I'll bring, as Danny said, the AK-47.
That's one thing. They might be small, but it's not light, so it'll have to be your.
That's right. That's fine. I'll do whatever. We're going to free these people. SOS. They threw an SOS out, and the linguistic Cuban is traveling to Cuba this week to film his freedom adventure with Fidel Castro, just his body, and neck cunt.
Fake news.
It's going to be
fake news, everybody. Fake news.
It's going to be a great show. We'll see everybody later. Have fun living in America. If you're watching from Cuba, Danny doesn't give a flying fuck about your oppressions. He doesn't give a shit. In fact, he's going to drink a beer. He's going to watch whatever TV show he wants. He's going to read the Constitution, and he is going to go out to bars, drink, and make capitalistic type money. Why? Because fuck you.
Because America.